game.
What's that? Monetary or?
No, I mean, let's put it this way. If the Rangers lose, I'll never hear the end of it from my brother. So I'm hoping that the Rangers will pull through for me.
Well, they're not losing.
But they're not winning either.
Yeah, no. No.
It's a very, very, very tight game. I mean, both teams are playing so good. I mean, defense is so great. The goalies are just like saving one goal after another. And, I mean, we just need that great shot, that one shot just to break. And this is it. This is the third period coming up. Do or die.
Third period over sudden death, huh?
Well, it's probably going to end. If the way they're playing it, we could see sudden death.
I've already explained that to Felix. He is rather ignorant in the ways of hockey. So, I told him I'm just sitting at the edge of my seat here.
Oh, I've been on the edge of my seat before this game even started. I mean, I've been sweating bullets. My heart is racing so.
Now, why is it, now your brother's not a Ranger fan, is that it?
My brother's a Tampa Bay Lightning fan. He's there. He lives in Florida, and he just always liked Tampa Bay.
Well, living in Florida, I guess that sort of makes sense.
Not when you're born and raised in New York.
Well, it's... I understand what you're saying.
I don't think, if I remember correctly, my whole life, I don't ever remember my brother ever liking a New York team in any sport.
So then he comes by this honestly. His dislike for the Rangers. It's not like he was a Ranger fan and then he moved to Florida and now he's rooting for, Tampa Bay.
Right. I mean, I remember when I was younger, and I'm going way back, I think he, in football, liked San Francisco for a long time, and then became a Tampa Bay Buccaneer fan. Baseball, I don't think he's a Tampa Bay Rays fan. He loves them. Throws it in my face constantly. I don't know if he's a basketball player. I mean, basketball, I don't really remember him ever watching it. But I know hockey, he's lightning. I mean, we've been going back and forth the whole series.
Well, doesn't it make it more interesting and exciting having this
I guess.
rivalry?
I mean, I'm the only sibling he has that really can,
who's sports oriented?
Go with this, because he's my only. I mean, he's the one brother, and he's got me and my other sister. We're 5 girls and 1 boy. That's what I was trying to say.
Okay, and do the other girls are not into sports as much as you, I assume?
Not so much in hockey. My sister Donna, she's like a big football fan, but only because my brother-in-law is, and he likes the Steelers. But my other sisters, no, I shouldn't say that. My youngest sister Jean is into sports. She likes the Eagles. But I don't know if she's into any other sport other than football. I think she likes the Philadelphia Phillies for baseball, but again, I'm not sure on that.
So they're not all fans of the home teams, I guess.
No, not as much as me. I mean, I'm the only one out of the girls that pursuits. I played softball when I was younger. I played basketball when I was younger. I was on teams. I was a cheerleader. They weren't. So, I mean, I was more in the athletic part than my sisters at all growing up.
Okay, and I understand you're going back to work soon. Is that true?
Hopefully. I have one doctor that released me, one doctor that hasn't. This Tuesday coming up, I have the last test, and if all goes well, we'll start treatment. And if I don't have any side effects or any bad, anything that happens wrong with it, and everything goes good, then I can go back to work.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, as long as I don't have any bad reactions to the treatment, then I'll be heading back to work.
Okay.
Well, I'm sure your boss is happy to hear that. You know.
You do still have a
I
position.
guess.
I know. Well, I mean, I know.
Well, let's rephrase it.
I know he likes you. You know, and he'd hate
Yeah,
to
they
see.
do.
He'd hate to let you go. You know.
But the question is, does he still have a position for you?
Well, I think they're keeping the position open for you right now, aren't they?
Nobody said any differently. I mean, it's been 7 weeks, 8 weeks. I lost track now how many weeks. March 25th is when I had the operation. March 19th was my last day at work. So
Well,
I guess we're looking at
it's
8
been
weeks.
about 9
8 weeks.
You know, so it's been about 9 weeks. So, you know, I would assume that, you know, your coworkers would be happy to see you come back because I'm sure they're basically picking up the slack for you. You know, somebody has to, you know, do what you ordinarily would do. You know.
Yes and no. From what I understand, before I left, I was actually, even though I was getting my own region, it was being split with me and someone, and it wasn't really, I mean, the work wasn't really that much. I mean, it started to slow down a little, and now with the summer, it probably will be slow. So I don't know.
That'd be a great time to come back then because you could ease yourself back into the job.
Yeah, I mean, I'd rather come back to work in the summer and not be a bum. And I mean, I feel bad a little for Samantha because her, you know, school's coming to an end, and like I could have spent a little more time with her. But I mean, I devote time.
Oh no!
To are you? What are you doing? Sorry.
Ladies and gentlemen, Tampa just
scored. You know, they said that if anybody scores, it's going to be one of those things where it trickles in, and that's exactly what happened.
That's exactly what happened.
You know, he initially stopped it, but it was still rolling, and it went right in between his legs. And in a game like this, that could be everything.
I was just about to say that there is the game.
Well, you got to.
Now they got to come on stronger than ever. They got to just keep the puck down the ice.
Well, don't forget they're also playing at a disadvantage because although they didn't say what was wrong, you know, McDonough's not at 100% and he's not playing the minutes that he ordinarily does.
Mm-hmm.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this has become a sports commentary, which is fine also.
Yeah, you'll do what you always do. You'll just sit back and relax.
For the people who don't know, we're Alicia and Mark and myself are watching the Ranger-Tampa game. And the Rangers just went down by 1 as Tampa scored. So, it's...
I tell you, you know, if it's only 1-0, they still have a chance. If Tampa Bay scores another goal, forget about it. I really don't.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, it's plenty of time. The period just started. I mean, it's only 17,
Well,
almost
that's what I'm saying.
it's 17 minutes into it. So, I mean, they do have a chance.
Plenty of time left, but the bottom line is the way Tampa is playing and the way the Rangers are not playing. Okay, they're not taking advantage of power plays and fast breaks. And if they don't do that,
exactly.
and then if they're down 2-0, then it's really going to be tough for them to come back. And all that.
And the fact that they're home. This is what kills me. We're home.
Yeah, but you got to understand, the Rangers had the best road record of any team. As far as having their record at home, then yes, they wound up with the President's Trophy, which meant that they had the most points, of all the teams in the league. So, bottom line is, they did something right,
Well, they score a lot of points during the season. But now they got to keep the defense going and get aggressive.
Right now, I just wish we had the 1994 team. Because at least I know we won.
Anything can happen.
That's true, too. I mean, hockey, that's very true in hockey.
But I will say Tampa's keeping up the pressure.
Well, they're a good team. I'm not going to doubt that they're not. I'm not going to say anything bad about the team. They are a really good, strong team.
Tampa Bay had the best offense. They have the best offensive team in the NHL, meaning they scored the most goals. And they play very hard, and they don't let up. Look, let's face it. That's why they are where they are.
You have the two best teams playing in hockey playing right now.
That is true. I mean, we've come so far from the first round. I mean, we were down by 3 games.
No, 2 games. It was 3-1. They needed 3 in a row. They needed 3 in a row to win. But
we did it.
It's
the Rangers did it. We didn't do it.
The old.
I was going to say, when did you become a Ranger fan, Felix?
No, I'm not.
How many times can you go to the well? You know what I'm saying? They've been very fortunate, very lucky, in the way they've come back to win series after series and game after game. But eventually, like Harry Truman used to say, the buck stops here. Something's got to give.
In this case, the buck stops
and
here.
And the thing is, they're not taking advantage of power plays. And, if you can't take advantage when you have a man advantage, and score or even come close to scoring and get shots on goal, then, you're just not going to win.
Right.
You didn't hear what I said.
Now, the other series, when do they play? When does Anaheim and Chicago play?
Oh, they play tomorrow. And the finals
they play tomorrow?
The finals begin on Wednesday, I believe.
Stanley
Cup.
Oh, okay.
I hate to say this, but if the Rangers lose, the only thing that does is free me up for the new television season because I won't be missing too many of the shows that I want to watch because I'll be, watching the Rangers play.
Yeah, when does the new season start?
I believe next week. Although tonight, Hannibal starts its new season. Yesterday, Aquarius started its new season. That's the one with David Duchovny about Manson. Okay. And last week, Wayward Pines debuted. So, those are the new shows. And then you have, if you're into it, on the History Channel, they have Texas Rising, which is about, what happened after the Alamo with Santa Ana and, so, but the bulk of the season begins next week.
Well, I enjoy the Dome.
Hmm?
I enjoy the show, the Dome.
Well, that's not starting till July. I remember them saying.